Bricks and Minifig are about to learn the definition of the Streisand effect by force. If you're out of the loop somehow, here's a quick rundown of where we stand on the Lego heist of the century. A guy named Brian Mansell gave his father's Lego collection to a Bricks and Minifig franchise on consignment to aid his father's medical bills. The owners of that specific franchise were looking to sell their store as they were moving abroad, and before they got the chance to do so, corporate swooped in and took the store and on video said that they would handle the consignment. When Brian went back to the store to retrieve his Legos, the new owners refused to give them back, saying they don't have them, while actively advertising it on their page, essentially stealing Brian's Legos. Bricks and Minifig threatened legal action as they said that we do not take on consignment even though there is a signed contract with the previous owners that Bricks and Minifig said that they would take on. Thus, seeing the Legos are stolen, Brian called the police, and the police, instead of helping Brian, trespassed him from the store. He employed the help of Reckless Ben to help retrieve these, and at first, Ben was taking this lightheartedly, using some cartoon-esque plots like making a fake company, holding a raffle, making forged apologies, etc. But this quickly snowballed from a store not giving Legos to uncovering the vile scum that the CEO of Bricks and Minifig is, and how corrupt the police department in Utah is, regularly threatening them with felonies, trespassing them, not allowing Ben to serve papers, and even executing a search warrant under false pretenses in which they dislocated his shoulder during the raid of his Airbnb. This had quickly snowballed from just another Reckless Ben adventure to corruption that is so blatant and obscene that at points it even seems fake. And I hope that the federal lawsuit that hits this corrupt police department gives Ben and Brian generational wealth. However, seeing that in all likelihood, Bricks and Minifig for the time being would not be giving the Legos back or the money back to Brian, Ben started a GoFundMe for him. And this GoFundMe has raised almost $500,000, which is one of the best outcomes that could have come out of this. But we were all waiting for part 3 from Reckless Ben to see where this story would go. But Bricks and Minifigs, in all their wisdom, have filed suit against Ben to the point where he cannot even take the company's name on any video. This company is the worst of the worst in capitalism and American business practices. In broad daylight, they stole a dying person's Lego collection and in turn ruined their reputation for only $200,000, for which a company this size should almost be chump change, where they regularly advertise $500,000 and above in yearly revenue for franchisees. But no, they really need to feed into their corporate gluttony and stubbornness. In his latest video, Ben claims that if he even mentions their name, the GoFundMe also becomes null and void. So good job. For $200,000, you ruined your reputation forever and jeopardized not only your own company, but all of your franchisees, which they gladly advertise everywhere on their page. They love being a franchise, but now you got actual brainlets going to random Bricks and Minifig stores and beating people up, which the CEO will likely use as proof that Ben is inciting violence and to put a restraining order or something or other. I love the legal system. You can have all the proof in the world, but because some high school barely graduate went through 6 months of basic training, he can fuck over anyone and lick any CEO's boots which he pleases. You guys are scum. Bricks and Minifig are scum. The American Fork Police Department are scum and should all be ashamed. We live in a world where we see corruption from the president all the way down to regular police officers with proof, and we can't do anything about it besides making stupid videos and talking on the internet. I can't wait for when Ben sues the fuck out of the state of Utah. That'll be a really good day. Okay, bye.